Everyone, this is Simran from Create Your Future. I am a law of assumption coach, a mindset and success coach, and EFT practitioner with a background in psychology. I'd like to remind you that we're giving away a free course right now. It's called How to Find Your Blocks to Manifest Anything Fast. The link for that is going to be in the description of this video. I urge you to check it out. It is a beautiful, wonderful course that will help you on building your mental diet and will help you in finding your blocks. Okay. And I'm also running a sale right now. If you want to book one-on-one sessions with me, be it for 1 hour, be it for 30 minutes, you are very welcome to do so. The links to book with me are again going to be in the description of this video. And if you have any problem finding it there, please send us an email and reception will help you in booking with me. Okay, I'd love to work with you. So yeah, and of course, 50% sale is on, so make use of that. Okay, now let's jump right into the video. Being chased. Okay, all of us want to be chased by our SPs, no matter which gender you're dating, but you want to be chased by the other person. A majority of us, mostly women, I'd say. But if you're a man and you want to be chased by a woman, no problem, no problem. The same things apply. Okay, so no matter which gender are you dating, which gender is yours, none of it matters. What matters is that this applies to all. Okay, irrespective of the situation, this applies to all. Okay, so what do you need to do if you want to be chased by your SP without lifting a finger? Okay, now, what do I mean when I say without lifting a finger? I mean, you not going out of yourself to, manipulate the 3D. You not playing on the outside as if you're somebody who's very hard to get, okay? But internally, who is conscious of feeling neediness, desperation, anxiety. Okay, so if underlying this is where you are, but on the outside you're pretending as if you're somebody who's very tough to get, a very difficult catch. It's like you're trying to ice a rotten cake. Okay, because you don't have to be seen to be felt. You don't have to be seen on social media to be felt. You don't have to be seen in person to be felt, because people can feel your energy. Okay, because like I've said in my previous videos now, we're all connected energetically. And people feel your energy. Thought transmission. Thought transmission is absolutely real. Okay, so if you're thinking and coming from a state of desperation and neediness, but on the outside, you're showing as if, you know what, I'm a difficult catch. You know what, you got to better, step up in your story if you want to be with me. So, giving those kind of subtle hints in the 3D, manipulating it, will not give you the desired experience that you're actually looking for. If you really, really want to be chased by your SP, okay, I'll give you a few steps. And you can note this down if you want to. Whether it is an SP situation that you want to be chased in, whether it's a job, a boss, whatever. Follow these steps. Okay, number 1. Your conception of self. Who do you identify yourself as? If this is your situation, this is your relationship, okay? And you are in a happy, loving, committed, mutual, desirable, happy relationship with your partner, who are you in this relationship? Who do you identify yourself as? Like you're the girlfriend, for example. So who are you in terms of your identity? That I am confident, I am secure, I am enough, I am secure. You're very easygoing. You're very laid back, secure. Okay, and you let your man come in and chase you, do the pursuing. Or are you somebody who's in the state of desperation, who's in the state of neediness, who wants to see results in 3D, who wants reassurance all the time? Okay, so you check in with yourself. What is your conception of self? That is step number one. So you work on your self concept with respect to you in the relationship. That if this were true for me now, how would I be? So you work on that. Number two, your conception of your person. It could be a brand new person coming in. It could be your ex. It could be anything. You just known him as a friend, and now you want to get pursued by him in a romantic relationship. So, what stories do you hold about this person? Do you think they're very easygoing? Do you think they're very respectful? Do you think they're very, uh, how do I say, committed to you? Very loyal? They make you feel so seen, so heard. It is always so easy with them. Or do you have thoughts like they're very stubborn? He has anger issues. He never agrees on anything with me. Like we're like two opposite ends of a pole. So, and there's always a tussle and an energetic difference between us. So what is your conception of this person you want to be with, or you want to be chased by? So we need to check your story there. Okay, that was step number two. Now, step number three, your conception of men in general, if you're dating men, or women in general, if you're dating a woman and you want to be chased by her. Number four, your conception of relationships in general. Do you believe relationships are easy? Do you believe relationships are hard? Do you believe relationships are very smooth and they just flow and it's so easy? Or do you believe that it's a lot of hard work? You can never have peace in it. There's always something going on constantly. Okay, so your conception of relationships in general, that was step number four. Okay, because we can do all the SP affirmations. I'm sure you have a lot of them. I can give you some for sure. But, and you know what, if we do directly these SP affirmations, and your person comes into your reality in your 3D and even shows up as this new version that you're trying to experience of him, if your self concept, if your conception of self is not matching to this version of your SP that is showing, you will not be able to sustain it. Okay, so my intention in this video today is not to have your SP show up like the way you want him to show up once and then go back to square one. We want to work on ourselves solid and strong. Work on our self-concept, because it's not just with respect to this SP showing up and chasing you. You are the common denominator in every area of your life. You're the source in your bubble. Your thoughts exist and only your thoughts create in your reality. So we want to work on our self-concept in a good way, in a solid, strong way. For example, if you're starting out, okay, and you're doing 10 affirmations. So what I would do when I started on this journey, I would do 8 affirmations about myself, about my self-concept, and I would just throw in 2 about my SP. Okay, because I wanted to feel that, I am good enough to be chosen. I am good enough to be chased. I am good enough for my person to make time for me, to take me out on dates, to spoil me with gifts. I am worthy and deserving of being chased. So if you're comfortable there because you worked on your self-concept and it's strong now, and I don't mean it has to be 100% first and then you work and move on to your SP. We do it simultaneously, but maximum effort first on yourself, because then automatically you would feel and start looking at your SP that what, I'm good enough for it. Why wouldn't you want to take me out on dates? Why wouldn't you want to call me every single day? Why wouldn't we have easy, flowing, beautiful, deep conversations? Why wouldn't our communication be easy and flowing? because you feel that you're good enough for this. So you can work on your SP affirmations and they would feel like a perfect match in your head. Okay, and even if your SP is not showing up the way you are seeing him in your head right now, if you're solid in your self concept, I mean, if you're, if you have this backing in your head that what am I trying to do here? He is a reflection of my dominant story. So every time I think about him, and if I find myself thinking of, what, he is very stubborn, this is not going to work out with him, you catch yourself in those moments and change that story there. The more you start dwelling and putting your energy and focus in this new story, in this new concept of yourself, in this new chosen concept and conception of your SP, the desired version of him that you want to experience going forward, that's how he shows up. You look at him, if you meet him every single day, whatever, if you're communicating right now, but you don't like the way, you're not feeling as if you're being pursued or being chosen, being chased by this person. So instead of reacting to that in 3D right now, we choose to spend our time, we choose to invest our energy into focusing on the new story. It's not the easiest if you're being triggered like that and your SP is like here in your face and so saying no, 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 no to everything that you want to be experiencing with him, want to be experiencing with him. But again, going back to yourself, going back inside you. This is like I keep saying, this is an inside out thing. As within, so without. And remember, your focus creates. You focus on lack, you experience more of lack. You focus on abundance, you focus on love, you experience more of love. Okay, so like I've shared the 4 steps with you, you refine and check your story on these 4 steps and persist in it. If you've had a history with your SP or your ex back and you know them, as this kind of person because you've seen it so much in your 3D reality, I think it's not going to be like a one thought thing that will change in your head and suddenly the person starts shifting in that way. It could be, but that in the majority of cases that I have seen, in majority of the clients that I've been with in coaching all this time, I think it takes more than one thought. It would take some time, some energy from you to really focus. And I would say, what, don't even give us or assign any meanings to however your SP or X is showing up right now. You focus, laser focus on your new story of you being chased, of they loving you, lovingly doing this. It makes them feel so seen. It makes them feel so happy and satisfied in the relationship. They love your laid back, easygoing, super amazing, secure, calm energy. It makes them want to come towards you even more. They love chasing you. They love showing up for you. Okay, and then you can also do some we affirmations. We love our togetherness. We love our relationship. We love how our conversations, our connection, our communication gets better and better every single day. We both feel so in sync with each other. We're always so connected. Okay, but again, don't forget, it is not the SP that needs to be changed first. It's you and your conception of them that needs to be changed for them to show up differently in your reality, for them to chase you. It starts with you, okay, and not with them. Like Neville says all the time, Neville Goddard says all the time, no one to change but self. Okay, and persist in it, living in the end of being the person who is pursued right now, who is being chased by the person right now. Who would you be if that were your truth? Okay, so and check your thoughts in alignment with that. Am I living in the state of being this girlfriend who is so loved, who's so adored by his or her partner, who is chased constantly by their partner? who's receiving constant communication, who's getting spoiled by her partner. Every time we go on a date, my partner's already planning our next date. That he's so interested and so invested in me, in our relationship. That makes me so happy. That makes him so happy. We're so happy and satisfied together. Okay, so work on that. Again, write these 4 steps down that I've listed a few minutes ago and work on your story. Okay, and you will get results. Persistence will pay off. Mental diet. Stick to your mental diet. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this helps you. And thank you so much for liking, commenting, sharing all the previous videos that I've done so far. Thank you for all the love. I intend you love this one as well, and it helps you wherever you are in your journey. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.